be glowing, to be your best. Turn back the hands of time. Beauty starts with you, starts now. Image Spa MD.
Welcome to this episode of The Sacred Self. I'm your host, Steph Safandos, relational alchemist, community builder and change maker. And today we are going to explore exploration. We are going to explore the importance of self-exploration. We are going to explore the importance of deep introspection. We are going to explore exploration itself and the value of it. Why is exploring yourself? And why is exploring life so important? Why does it even matter to you? How can it impact your life? How can it make a difference to you, to what matters to you, to what is important to you, to your loved ones, to your relationships? How can self-exploration aid your growth as a human being, as a relational being, as a social being? Well, actually, it's really, really important. Because we are in constant flux. We are always in transformation or change. We are ever-changing beings. This is the wonder of life. We are transient. In other words, what that means is that we are in an impermanent state of being. Therefore, when you know yourself or aspects of yourself one day, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, because of all these varied experiences that we have and the way the brain processes the world and our environment, and the way we then interpret that information, we ourselves, as people, as whole beings, are in a constant flux. We're in change. Now, when you know yourself, the value of knowing yourself or exploring yourself, of choosing to consciously be aware, to actually actively say, I'm going to explore this area of my life, or I'm going to explore this particular behavior because this behavior does not suit me or serve me anymore. That is something of deep value because it means that you can adjust and adapt to your environment. You can transform from a non-desired state of being to a desired or desirable state of being, from a closed state of being, one where you are constricted, restricted, where you come from fear in your everyday movement, in the way you interact with people. Maybe you don't tell people what you really feel inside because you're coming from a place of constriction and rigidity and fear. And when we move from that place to a place of openness where you're receptive to your environment, where you're receptive to information coming through and you flow that through to your behavior, to your actions, to the way you communicate with people, you feel freer. You feel a sense of greater peace, of inner equilibrium, of homeostasis within yourself. You feel balanced. You're connecting to that inner harmony because you're allowing yourself to, because you're choosing to explore these varied states that rest within you, rest within the mind, within the emotional body, within the relational body. That's the wonder and the beauty of self-exploration. You can follow me on Steph Safandos on any of my social media channels. And to deep dive into this subject matter and much more, you can follow me on stephsafandos.com. So many blessings on your journey, and as always, one is glad to be of service.
These faces look familiar. Their lips curve to smile at you, as if they've known you forever. They welcome you with open arms and hug you like their own. There's something about them. She holds my hand and listens. Then she prays with me.
He asks how my day is going. He doesn't judge me. He listens. He says God cares. I believe because He shows it.
I believe because He shows it.
I must come back.
I think I'm made for this.
I leave my home broken and I come to this place that is lit with beautiful faces who love God.
Who love God.
Manila out, get the coffee.
Get some, you can come get some.
Our bags are all checked in and we are heading to Palawan. Are you excited, Dad?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Very excited. First time.
We are going on Skyjet! Hey guys, I'm Thomas Urlina and you're watching your Time with Thomas The Experience with Manila Up TV. I just landed here in Palawan and I can't wait to show you the place. So we're just here looking at the scenery. It's very beautiful. There's 724 steps. Let's do this. 700. We are going to what they call a hot spring, so I'm gonna go inside and go in the water. Can't wait to feel the water. My first day here and I've done so much already in Coron, Palawan. I'm so excited to be here. I'm your host Thomas Urlina. You've been watching your Time with Thomas The Experience with Manila Up TV. I'm gonna go in the hot spring. See you guys next time.
Over the last 75 years, the unique warmth of our people has touched millions of lives.
The heart of the Filipinos shining through. Filipino lights shining through.
To be radiant, to be glowing, to be your best. Turn back the hands of time. Beauty starts with you, starts now. Image Spa MD.
I'm Lauren Ziegler, Mrs. United States, and today I'm with you with the Confident You series by Manila Up TV.
I am your other host, Melody Garcia with Melody in Motion. As you can tell, this is not our normal set. In fact, it's a combination of two very special segments. We are here in the great city of Washington, D.C., and right behind us is none other than
Capitol Hill.
You're probably wondering, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, Lauren?
Well, we're making a difference in thousands of children's lives all over the globe.
So we have very special guests. Today we're going to talk about global advocacy, humanitarianism, Lauren's fight against human trafficking, and a lot more. So we are going to be right back, so stay tuned.
Hi, Mel. It's great to be up here, and as part of the UNICEF Orlando Congressional Action Team, we're excited to be in Washington, D.C. to represent not only Orlando, but to make a difference for kids all around the world.
So there's something very special about Jan that not a lot of people know. She is actually, I call her the modern day Wonder Woman. She is not only part of the UNICEF Orlando team, but she is also the founder, president, CEO, Wonder Woman of
Paving the Way.
And tell us, what is Paving the Way?
Sure. So Paving the Way is out to be a fierce disruption in the cycle of child trafficking through education and training programs.
So the sad reality that a lot of people do not know is the fact that about nearly 600,000 children are trafficked each year.
Here in the United States.
Just in the United States alone. So Jan, what made you join UNICEF?
Well, my friend Melanie showed up at our film festival last year and was blown away by the impact that our art made. And she actually invited me to go to dinner one night, and we shared our stories. And our stories were so similar in that the calling that we had. She was like, I interview everyone before I invite them to join our team. So at the end of the dinner, she said, I'd really love for you to be a part of our congressional action team. And I said, absolutely, because you know what? Children are our future. And that's where my heart lies. When these children are suffering and there's no one to speak for them, we're that voice. We're the ones that make sure that they're heard such that we can go out and make a difference.
Megan Wild, and she's a musician who uses her music to heal. She has a very special story and reasons behind what she does. She is with UNICEF, and she represents the state of Tennessee.
Hi there, my name is Megan Wild. I wrote a song called Promise. It tells the story of an orphan girl named Annie who was abducted at a young age. It tells the story that many people don't actually get to hear from children who've been victims of sex trafficking. I was actually contacted by an organization based out of Chicago called the Promise Program that houses and rehabilitates victims of sex trafficking.
Wonderful. So what have you been able to do with your music so far? Have you been able to use it in education or different healing programs across the United States?
Well, I'm a rock singer. I also do soul music. I am releasing my first album. It's called Taming the Wild. I was able to get 5 Oscar, Emmy, or Grammy nominees and winners on it. And I haven't released Promise yet, but I'm here with UNICEF, and I'm very excited to be around people who are also engaged with helping kids.
Wonderful. Well, I'm very excited about people using their talents for good and making a difference. And I really believe that if we take our God-given talents and put them to use, we can really make a difference in the world.
Rick is a veteran, and he also represents 2.3 at the very least million homeless veterans. But that ties right into the refugee situations that UNICEF is known in this space for, of saving these children from situations like that's happened in Bosnia in the past, situations like in Syria. So Rick, tell us about your passion as to why you became part of UNICEF.
Well, my main purpose is the homelessness issue throughout the United States. There's 1.5 million veterans in Florida, 47,000 homeless veterans across the United States. That is concerning. You know, we sacrifice everything for the United States of America and end up homeless. That's an issue that we need to resolve. How that ties into the global aspect, well, like General Mattis said, if you don't give me enough money to support UNICEF, you're going to have to give me bullets. That's a problem. Homelessness brings more problems.
So I am so fortunate to have Rick as part of our Orlando team. And Lauren over here, not only does she carry the true title of Mrs. United States, she's more than a crown, she's more than a sash. She is a woman whose soul and heart is in global advocacy, whether it's on human trafficking, whether it's in Syrian refugees, or whether it's mothers and children, to make sure that they are not left behind. So we are so fortunate to have a very powerful team representing global advocacy. Of UNICEF, on behalf of children around the world, you can make a difference. This is Melody Garcia with Melody in Motion and my co-host.
I'm Lauren Ziegler, Mrs. United States with the Confident You series, and we're here to make a difference.
Thank you so much until we see you in the next episode, and remember, one voice can truly make a global difference.
Toast to you, boo.
Thank you, darling.
An author added to your resume. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Every day you're hustling.
One more time.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day you're hustling.
That part.
Every day I'm hustling.
Get it. Every day we're
hustling. Yes. The thing I love about you too, you're just so friendly to everybody.
I try to be. On days, if I'm in a bad mood or I don't feel like being bothered, I'm quick to say, "Oh, honey, come give me a hug real quick. I'm not in the mood today."
Oh my God.
But I tell everybody I'm the nicest.
You are, and I like in your book, you always want to say hi to everyone you meet.
Yes.
Like you take that time to make everyone feel special, and that's what I love about you.
I actually learned that from Tom Cruise when I worked on Born on the 4th of July.
Really?
I played a lady of the night, and I only had 3 little bitty lines.
A hooker. That girl, that's me every Friday and Saturday. I am like hooking it up.
Okay, well let me have a drink to that.
Yes. To hooking up penises.
Okay, his mind is in the gutter.
Yes.
Okay, but that's all right, always.
That's my kind of show.
You're so nice and nasty.
Yes. I want everyone to feel special too.
I know that's right.
Uh-huh.
So Tom Cruise walked over to me, and he was in hair and makeup, and his hair was all scruffy, and he spoke to me, and he says, "Thanks for working with us today." And he walked away, and those eyes, he's got the most beautiful intense eyes. And I went, "Was that Tom Cruise?" And he turned around and he goes, "Yeah, it looked kind of rough, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that taught me a lesson that no matter how big of a star you are, that if you're working on a set, speak to people, make everyone feel welcome. Say hello. It takes just a moment to be nice.
Right. And it takes a moment, but it lasts a lifetime.
And it lasts a lifetime, exactly.
Because I remember the first time you came on the On Your Mark show, you said hi to every person, cameraman, production assistant, and that also taught me a thing or two about.
Did it really?
Yes, about show business. Now I'm like always saying hi to everybody. And I love the other story about like Whitney Houston, how she called you bitch, and she loved it.
I did.
She loved
it.
I mean, Whitney could call me anything, bitch, hoe.
And you would be okay with
and
that?
I would be like, yes, she noticed me. Yes,
well,
say it.
her nickname was Nippy.
Okay,
And
so tell me about
Yeah, Whitney Houston. Yeah, everyone called her Nippy.
I saw a
And
book
so,
on your coffee table.
Yeah, she's all around my house. I have a coffee table book of her. There's a huge portrait in my bedroom of her, and I just.
How is she? Like how?
She's
is
awesome.
Whitney?
She was awesome. I mean, we miss her.
Yes.
We miss her so very
We
much.
do.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
But anyway, I got close to Whitney when I was doing Two Can Play That Game because Bobby, her husband, was Bobby Brown was in the movie. And so I used to kind of be her little spy. She's like, is he on time? Does he know his lines? Is he being a professional?
Yes.
So one day she called me to do a checkup, and she's like, bitch, what you doing? And I was like, I got off work early today. And she goes, well, come have a drink with me.
Yes.
So I said, well, girl, I'm in a tracksuit. I'm chilling. I got on my work clothes. She goes, I'm casual too. So I was like, okay. So I went and I met her at the Bel Air Hotel. Out strolls Whitney Houston in a $150,000 sable fur coat. So I'm like, casual. And she goes, oh, I got on jeans and a t-shirt. I was like, oh, okay, and that coat.
Underneath that $150,000 coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, we walked in, we had a drink at the bar. We had somebody get us some cards. And we ended up going back into her room and playing spades.
Yeah.
And singing Sade
Oh
all
my
night
God.
long. Yeah.
And
this is no ordinary love.
I love Sade and like Whitney Houston's music. Like I Will Always Love You.
Yes.
Let me try and sing it. And will always love you. Yes. Toast to Whitney. Oh my God, I just got you.
Nippy.
Oh, we miss you, Whitney. Bitch, yes. So, and also let's talk about your book.
Okay.
What did you learn about yourself within this book?
What I love about my first book, I'm an official author.
Yeah.
Every day I'm hustling, especially when I did the audio version. Because a lot of people have been hitting me up on Twitter and on my social media pages going, is this really your voice? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
It took me 6 days to record the audio version of the book, and I was a stickler because I wanted everything to be correct. I didn't want anyone to say, oh, that didn't happen. So it took us 6 days to record the audio, and in the audio version, I laughed, I cried. This time, usually when I do a project, I've got a co-star to depend on.
Right.
A studio, the title of a book, set stories. This Every Day I'm Hustling is all Vivica.
It's all you.
It's all me. It's my journey. It's my trials, my tribulations. The main reason why I decided to do Every Day I'm Hustling the book is hats off to my publicist, BJ Coleman, who planted this seed. And he's like, Vivica, I think it's time for you to do a book. And I was like, BJ, you're going to give me another job? Oh my God. And so he introduced me to my agent, my book agent, Albert.
Right.
And he says, just talk to me about your life. And we'll figure out what type of book makes you comfortable.
Right.
You know, because I was like, I've got more living to do. I'm not ready to do an autobiography. I've got more living to do. And he was like, no, we can do a motivational memoir. You are a woman in your 50s. You look amazing.
You do.
You've been knocked down. You've picked yourself back up. Share those lessons, and let's make a motivational memoir, which will empower, enlighten, and encourage others that whatever profession that they are in, that maybe someday, because we've got 19 lessons in a 5-part series, and that one of those lessons may be something that they need that day.
Right, exactly.
Like every week I post like a lesson, or and
I-
people are like, I needed that today.
That's
like,
what I
what's
see.
a lesson you know?
Turn your haters into congratulators.
That part.
Yes, but I was like, because there's so many haters, and you said there's snakes, and stand still and you'll see the snakes, and I'm like, I've never heard of that phrase before.
That's actually from my best friend, Darren Bond, who's my business partner as well too. We've worked together for close to 20 years. I've known him since I was 14 years old.
Right.
And he used to always say that to me, stand still and the snakes will reveal themselves. Because sometimes we get so reactive and we want to, because we're from the hood.
Yes,
and
yes.
we will get ghetto, right? We will get
Yes,
ghetto
we
with
will,
it.
yes.
Right. So he just was like, he's like, you got to learn to calm that spirit down. Because if a snake sees you moving and freaking out, it's like an animal. It'll attack you.
Right.
But if you're calm and you're collected and in your space, it'll go on by.
Correct. And it'll like slither by you. But you have all these like, not only you, but like everyone has these haters in their life. And sometimes they're invisible. Sometimes you can see them and recognize them.
Absolutely.
But the ones that are like, the invisible ones are the scary ones.
Yeah.
Because they'll just attack you.
Well, you've also just got to watch everyone around you. I think that's the one thing with me being an actress and a producer. When I'm on my set, my eyes are seeing things that a lot of people don't see.
Right.
You know? And that's why, in a way, you also want to make sure that you walk up and you speak to people. So you kind of get a visual there for just a second.
Right.
So that if they clown, you got that planet right there.
Exactly.
I know who that was.
Yes.
And they won't be getting hired.